Oh, yeah. It's time for last minute betting. We're here. Baseball playoffs going. Detroit Tigers, folks. Wow. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? Jabari will be joining us from his computer soon. Right now, we are awaiting his arrival and Mike's arrival. Don't forget, we are sponsored by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors. Please give us a like. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, amongst other things. All right? Let's do it. Let's do it. I got Justin here. You're going to continue on with that, Justin? Come on, bro. Anyway, OddsJam Partner Program, 50% revenue share. There's a link in the description below. And don't forget about me, Mike, and Tony with the BetBucket picks. Use the code NUTZ25, NUTZ with a Z, 25 for 25 bucks off your first month. And our Majestic Morsels package, which is only 25 bucks. You get it for 10 bucks the first month using code NUTS15. And I'm going to tell you right now, we've hit 12 parlays so far. So you know what? Pretty damn exciting. That's all I can tell you right now, man. It's been an exciting start with BetBucket, and BetBucket's been great so far. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to fade out the intro music. Jabari is with me here. And Jabari, you a little surprised by what's going on in baseball right now? I mean,
I am. I'm sitting here. You know, it's been a up and down roller coaster with the Astros all year, I feel like, but this one's the one that kind of hurt, you know, considering we had the bases loaded, we strand, you know, 2 on base that inning that we have 2 runs. I was watching the game in the middle of class, and we just leave 2 on base. We can't do that. It's a playoff game. We can't have that happen. So we pay for it. We end up losing 5-2.
Right. And Detroit moves on. Who saw that coming? I didn't. Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had a feeling. I'm not going to lie. I liked the way Detroit played. They've been hot for a while. They had a great month in September. You know, it's hard to win in the playoffs every single year like the Astros have. At some point, things aren't going to go their way. They're not going to get the clutch hits. You know, something's going to happen. I mean, you know, what is it, 7 years in a row that they've been in the LCS? Is that right?
Jabari, can you hear that?
It's been how long? I'm sorry.
How many years in a row?
How many years in a row has Houston been in the LCS?
Been since what, 2017, 2016? Might be 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 consecutive league championship series. Yeah.
Yeah, so 7. It's been 7.
Yeah, and that's hard to do. I mean, eventually, you know, they were trying to get on another run and go for 8 straight. That never happens, you know. I mean, it hadn't happened, you know, even at 7 straight. It's tough. I mean, eventually, you know, you're going to run into a team that's just destined to advance. And that's what happened with Detroit. You know, Detroit has been hot. Nobody's been talking about them. Maybe they're better than what we thought. And, you know, here we are, you know.
It also doesn't hurt that Hinch is there. So, I mean, Hinch knows the team really well. I mean, it used to be his team. So,
yeah.
I mean, you know, we're kind of fighting an uphill battle there. But, I mean, still, no excuse for it.
Well, on August 11th, the Tigers were 55-63 and 10 games out of a playoff spot, with a 0.2% chance to make the postseason. They are 33-13
Hmm.
We
That's
just
just
didn't
good
see that
baseball.
coming. Yeah, playing good baseball, but man, gonna be. I tell you what, who plays them next? The Yankees.
No, I think the Guardians.
Correct.
It's the Guardians, right?
Okay,
Correct. I believe so.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Yankees will play if KC wins.
Yeah,
Will play.
Yankees are number 1 seed. Guardians are
Right.
the 3rd seed.
Right.
Yep. Guardians
second
will
seed.
get them, and that'll be.
I got to tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit
They get the
knocks out the
Guardians.
I
Yeah.
would not be surprised.
It can happen. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it can definitely happen here. I mean,
Tristan says Stroh's no more, and PhD is here, and Justin's got all kinds of goofy stuff.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm gonna get you the hell out of here. I'm gonna have to ban you now, Justin, with all your bullshit. My goodness.
Yeah. If you missed a show yesterday, it was pretty
no
funny.
No idea where he's coming from.
Oh, we know where he's coming from. You do.
Whatever. Okay. So, what's going on in this KC game?
They're up 1-0. They got the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Oh my goodness!
It's about to be a 2-0 sweep again.
Could be 0-2 count here with 2 outs. Looks like Melendez is up to bat. Now it's 1-2. So looks like Jacob Webb is pitching for Baltimore. Yeah, I mean, here we go. Kansas City has struggled to get runs, though. You know, this has been the problem for them. But yet, you know, they won yesterday. They're winning right now 1-0. Their pitching's getting it done, man.
It's all about who makes the mistake first. It seems like in these wild card series, it's the same thing for the Astros game. It was 1-0 until somebody made a mistake. So
Also now 15 out of 17 teams in the wild card that would have won the first game have won that series.
Yeah.
So you
look at some of the games for the Royals. 2-0 they lost. 1-0 they win against Washington. They win 3-0 against Washington. They lose 3-0 against Atlanta. Lose 2-1 against Atlanta. You know, lose 3-1 against Detroit in the middle of September. I mean, they've been struggling to produce offensively, and they went on that big losing streak. You know, 7 in a row they'd lost.
Which is crazy because that team's actually kind of good. But Bobby, after that home run streak that they had, there was a streak where I think they had a homer in like 12 straight games or something like that. It was like 12 or 15 games. They just kind of cooled off after that and never really came back.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely so. Definitely so.
So, PhD says Skubal can be dangerous, but Cleveland curse will be broken, and they're going to the World Series. Okay. Lugo has been dominant today. No two ways about it. Do we like Auburn and Georgia over 51.5?
You know, I think the only reason that previous Georgia game went over the way it did is because of the two teams that were playing. Outside of that, I don't think it goes over because I don't think Auburn really, in my opinion, has the offense to really keep up with what Alabama did to make that game go over.
But the line is 52.5.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it would be. I would probably tend to want to lean towards the under. And you know what? I'm with PhD. I don't think Auburn can score that much.
Yeah, that's the worry. That's the worry for me too. I think we get enough out of Georgia
defensively.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Auburn does worry me to help carry that over.
Hey, you getting out of the car, ain't you?
Yeah. We're heading straight to the
Now
computer.
that is a dedicated guess there, man. That's for sure.
Looks like the Orioles got out of that jam, bases loaded. They got out of it,
Yep.
so still a 1-0 game there.
Now remember, our Tony has this is a bet bucket pick. He had KC plus a half a run, first 5 innings. Baltimore can't take the lead. Got to win another one. We went undefeated yesterday in Bet Bucket. Go to Bet Bucket right now, folks.
Yep.
And go and like them on X and go sign up for one of our plans. I've given you codes to do that. Baltimore Cindy. He must mean Cincy, right?
Yeah, you're talking about the football game, NFL there.
I know. Trouble. Baltimore about to destroy Cincy, says PhD. PhD, you got to come on sometime, man.
Absolutely.
You just got to do it, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know, man. You guys know where I'm standing on that game. You know where I stand on that game with Baltimore.
Yeah,
and
you're a big Cincinnati guy this year.
No. I was coming in. Obviously, I liked their chances, but we'll see. I just
backing off now.
Well, I'm not going to back off of them this game. I think it's a great spot to back them. I mean, Baltimore's coming off of a primetime win where they destroyed an overhyped Buffalo team that a lot of people were pretty high on, and they absolutely destroyed them, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people, like I said, y'all was trying to tell me Carolina was going to beat Cincinnati straight up, you know, and Cincinnati covered that spread. So
Baltimore just tied it.
Uh-oh.
Mullins hit a home run.
Uh-oh.
What a hit.
1-1.
Uh-oh. Well, just stay tied.
Yeah, just stay tied and we win.
Keep it 1-1, the plus a half will hit.
Yeah, I think Tristan jinxed him, man.
Yes, you got to watch that.
You're right.
You got to watch that, Tristan. You got to watch that. Calling it early, man. When you think you
PhD calling you out.
Don't speak. No, I don't think they're making the playoffs necessarily. No.
Hey, Brandon's here, says go Baltimore and the Orioles tie. Yeah, I know, man. You should have kept your mouth shut. I'll be more active in the Discord this month. I'll give everyone my links to my prize picks and underdog slips for the NBA preseason. I have a huge edge there. Got to be very quick, though. They get bumped very quickly, like arbitrage quick. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Baltimore. Baltimore's coming off of a big win against Buffalo, blowing them out. Seems like a good spot for me to get to back Cincinnati. And again, people were telling me Cincinnati was losing to Carolina, revenge tour, Andy Dalton. Well, you know, didn't work out. So I'm going to back Cincinnati at home. And I think it's a good spot to do it. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so Baltimore not only tied it, they've got a guy on first, nobody out.
Ooh.
Let's see. And guess who's up at the plate?
Oh boy,
Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, that's scary. Crap.
That's very scary.
Crap. Yeah, not good. And then after him, I mean, obviously Westberg batting second. Then you get Santander and Kowser and Rushman, O'Hearn. Yeah, here we go.
Well, it's their first run they scored this series, so you know, in
it's
two
a
games.
3-1 count to Gunnar. 3-1 count to Gunnar. You can't walk him. And put him on. Now you got a runner at second with nobody out.
Yep, I know.
He's walked.
We're sweating this bet, Jabari. We're sweating this baby.
I can hear.
You can hear it in our voice.
Let's talk some. You have some NBA news you want to talk about. Obviously, I have a couple things. Obviously, Dikembe Mutombo passing away, very sad. And in baseball, Pete Rose passing away, the all-time hit king. I got to ask everybody that comes on, should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame, Jabari, or not?
I mean, it just depends on who you ask, really.
Well, I'm asking you.
I mean, I don't know. I'm indifferent towards it, so I honestly don't have an answer for you. I wish I did, but I actually don't.
Okay, you don't have an opinion?
No, not really. Not on this one, I don't.
Well, that's unusual. You don't have an opinion? I think he
No.
belongs.
Okay. That's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you got? What do you think of this?
It's for me, I think it's hard to leave Pete Rose out of the
Right.
Hall of Fame, man. I don't know. But
Yes, Pete Hall of Fame. Yes. He started the sports betting.
he did. He very much did.
All right.
And
So,
PhDs, yes, you were on Carolina too. Yes. He said Carolina would beat Cincinnati and they were in a shootout. Well, I mean, Cincinnati won by 10 points. The spread was 4.5. I mean, Cincinnati covered that pretty easily. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
I just think it's a good spot. I never like backing the team after they get a really big blowout win in prime time, like that for Baltimore. Their momentum's riding high. Everybody's going to bet Baltimore against Cincinnati. There's not a soul that's thinking Cincinnati's going to win. They're all going to react to that game against Buffalo.
Update, bases are loaded, nobody out.
Nobody out.
Santander is up at the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Not good.
This is where it falls apart. All right. Let's get back to
Cincinnati loses against Baltimore. You won't be hearing me talk about Cincinnati the rest of the year.
Let's get off the Bengals.
Hopefully.
Who the hell cares? Let's get to what I wanted to talk to Jabari about. What do you think of the Cat trade? One out, by the way, now.
I personally think Minnesota lost this trade. In my personal opinion, I think it was a very dumb trade. Someone in another Discord stated that they could not afford Cat. I don't know how you come to that conclusion, considering you're the one that gave Cat the contract.
Right.
For one. For two, yes, you can afford Cat. You let Rudy Gobert walk. You have Naz Reid. Naz is a way better offensive option. Sure, you're going to lose some defense, but who cares? Like, that's not what got you to the playoffs. Well, it did. It did and it didn't. But it's not what got you past anywhere either. So I kind of let Rudy walk. Rudy has not been good offensively at all. And I'm okay with starting Naz Reid in my personal opinion. But yeah, I think it was a terrible trade for Minnesota. I think the Knicks won that trade because they're going to have a lot more cap. They're probably not going to have a bench, but who cares? That team is kind of stacked now. So we're going to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, I just don't know how well, Anthony Edwards is going to fit with Julius Randle.
Exactly.
I don't like that fit. I don't know, man. I just don't know that works out real well. So I agree with Jabari on that. That was kind of my initial thought. Was just why? And yeah, PhD, I agree. Why break up the Villanova? You had something going there with the Knicks. It was working, I don't know. I really think that it was kind of head scratching from both sides making this trade, kind of to me, but maybe
I agree. I agree with them getting rid of Julius. Like Julius probably was the stain on that team. That's what worked is he wasn't on the floor, right? Yeah. But you handed him off to Minnesota, and that's great. You got Cat in return, and you're gonna have the cap. You're in New York, like your cap's gonna be great. But Minnesota, it's kind of like, I just don't get that trade. I don't think you got enough in return, in my opinion. Julius is not a superstar to me. Cat was a superstar, a big that can shoot threes consistently and offensively score consistently. Now, besides Naz Reid, who's probably still going to be starting, you gave up Cat, and now Rudy all of a sudden needs to be the third offensive option. Or where's the offense coming from?
Right. All right. Angel Zerpa on the mound for Kansas City. They have a left-hander. He's pitching to Santander.
No, he popped out.
Oh, he popped out?
He made the first out, right?
Okay. All right. I'm reading this wrong. Who's up now? Oh, Kowser's up.
Should be Kowser, yeah. And
So
it looks like
Kowser, and he's a
0
left-handed hitter too. Bases loaded. I've got it pulled up here. You're probably watching it through an app, aren't you, Mike?
Yeah, well, it's an 0-2 count right now on Kowser, so.
Okay, I just got the first strike, so.
Man, you're behind.
Well, yeah, it's a streaming, man.
It's all right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Tell you what, if Baltimore takes the lead here, though, and especially if they get a 2-run lead with Kansas City just not able to produce offensively right now. I mean, look, they won 1-0 yesterday, guys. You know, that's not you're not gonna be able to win like that all the time. You know,
well, no.
Eventually you got to get a few runs. You know, so I'm a little worried here.
Yeah, I'm worried too. All right, we're gonna go to. Hold on here.
What?
They just called him out. He just got hit in the hand on a pitch that was inside, and he swung the bat. I guess he was trying to swing. It looked like he might have been trying to defend himself.
Really?
And they're calling him out. It hit his hand as he was
but
swinging.
if you swing and offer at it, yeah, that's correct.
But he didn't miss it. So it should be a foul ball.
I get, yeah.
They're saying it's 2 outs.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, get out of this jam. Get out of this jam.
May have a discussion or a review there coming. So it's still time to make moves. So Minnesota may make other moves with cap space they made. Yeah, that is definitely possible.
What is up, Eric? Eric, when are you going to come back on the show, man? Friday. Be here Friday. Friday is the crew, and we have a lot of fun. Tomorrow, Tony's going to join us along with Brendan. Tony's been a while since he's been here.
Tigers. That's right, Eric. They got it done.
Yeah, they're calling him out.
Yeah, he's out. He's out. They're on to the next batter right now. 1-0 count.
I'm very confused. He swung. The ball hit him in his hands on the bat. And he didn't miss the ball.
No.
It should have been a foul ball, I thought. All right. Let's talk a little NFL, guys. Let's get on to the NFL and what's happening tomorrow night. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I like Atlanta tomorrow night, but you know what? Baker Mayfield has surprised the hell out of me, Jabari.
Good.
Yeah,
good. Because, I mean, think about it. This is the first year he's had the same OC, pretty much same head coach. He's in a system where nothing's around him changing for the first time ever.
Right.
Very true. Very true. That helps. That goes a long ways. You see that happen with guys that just never have any consistency. A head coach, new coordinator, new system, whatever, and then they finally get somewhere where they get a little bit of consistency and they start playing well, and you're like, oh man, wow. And they got out of it, Bob. Cash that.
We cashed that, baby.
Woo!
The Bobby Witt at shortstop, and he fired that ball across the diamond. There is a BetBucket win for the Sports Nuts. First one of the day. Love it.
Woo, sweat. And he was 2-0. Rushman was up 2-0 in that count, and he came back and got 2 strikes on him to even the count. Rushman grounded out to shortstop, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so let's get back to this game tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right. I think Atlanta wins this. What do you think, Jabari?
It's in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know. Tampa Bay's been playing some really good football. And
True.
for them to do what they did to the Eagles dominantly, for them to do what they did to the Lions dominantly, and for them to do what they did against the Commanders, who, might I remind you, have the number one offense in the NFL dominantly. I don't think Atlanta wins this game.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's the same thing that Raheem Morris is doing that they did to Bijan last year. They're not using their players right. It just doesn't even feel like this offense is clicking on any kind of cylinder. It just, everybody's doing their own thing out there. And I get it. It's a young offense, but that's what you bring Kirk in for. And then the defense, quite honestly, has been underperforming all year at the start of this. You look at EPA per play, they haven't been the best. So,
Mike, we hit a strikeout prop too in our majestic morsels. Zach Eflin under 3.5 strikeouts. He got 3. So there you go.
Nice. Good stuff.
Could
there.
Be a letdown spot for the Bucks. Could be.
That's what I know. That's it's man. These Thursday night games are always so tough for me because
guys, this football season has been weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's face it. It has been weird. And you're going to find out how weird it is because you know what we're going to do right now? We're getting ready to pick them games. It's time to put that dollar parlay together. Yeah, that's right. Dollar parlay. And it's going to be a consensus. We got Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Jabari's on Tampa Bay. I'm on Atlanta. Mike, you got to break the tie.
Yeah, and this is a tough one, like I said, but I'm going to actually, Falcons really got lucky in that game against New Orleans. Pass interference call that really put them in field goal range to get that done.
Yeah, but they dominated that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
What do you got?
I got to go with Tampa Bay here, man.
Right.
I got to go with Tampa Bay.
Well, we'll know whether that parlay.
I had them winning this division. You were on Atlanta, Bob. I got to stick with my gut. Let's go Tampa Bay.
All right, Jets and Vikings, and once again, we're just doing money line here. I'm taking the Vikings.
I am as well.
All right.
Yeah. Well, and in that case, it doesn't matter what I went with, but I agree.
That's unanimous.
Yep, I agree.
Panthers at the Bears. I'll take the Bears. Whoops.
Is this just money? This is just money line.
Just money line, guys.
Yeah, give me Chicago on the money line.
You were wanting to take Carolina, weren't you?
He's thinking about it.
But it doesn't matter now.
He's thinking about it.
It doesn't matter now, so go ahead.
Majority rules. You didn't even have to say. Baltimore, Cincinnati.
You know where I'm going. I'm going Cincinnati. You're going Baltimore.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Mark them down.
Mark them down.
Baltimore.
All right, there you go. Cincinnati. Bills, Texans, man.
I got to go with them too, man. I'm.
What do you got, Jabari?
I'm taking the Texans.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yep. I'm gonna go with Houston here.
Colts, Jaguars. Jaguars get their first win.
Man.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
You're outvoted.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. That's all right.
Dolphins, Patriots.
Dolphins. No, actually, I like Patriots. Excuse me.
I like the Patriots too.
Same.
I heard Tua was not showing any issues with post-concussion, but he's definitely, is he for sure out?
Like that?
Yeah, because he's on IR, so he has to sit out another 2 weeks.
Another 2 weeks, okay. Let's see. Browns, Commanders.
Best offensive team in the NFL right now.
Yeah. Best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Statistically speaking, yes.
84%? Are you kidding me?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, we got to go with Washington here. Definitely got to
ride
them. I mean, you got a Cleveland team that's lost to the Raiders and Giant. I mean, their only wins against Jacksonville, right? So
Raiders, Broncos.
Oh,
my God, I know.
I hate this game.
What a ugly matchup. But then
Broncos.
again,
Broncos, Mike.
Yeah, give me Denver.
All right.
only because of what they did to the Jets and what they did to Tampa Bay. I feel like they're gonna have a couple fluke games, and this is one of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and the Raiders really, man, they could have lost that game to Cleveland. You know, Cleveland had the ball there to score to win. Denver probably is a little better than the Raiders right now.
Cardinals, Niners. I'll take the Niners.
Take the Niners to win, but I agree with Mr. Heat where a look could be the spread for the Cardinals. But yeah. We'll go with Niners to win.
And Jabbar, you're on the Niners.
Of course.
Packers, Cronkies. I'm taking the Pack.
Man,
Tough
it's
one.
got to be Green Bay.
Okay, there you go. Jabbar, you think Green Bay too?
You know, oh, yeah, I'm gonna take Green Bay.
Oh boy.
I thought of it. I thought about it too, man. I really have.
Come to the good side, man. Come to the good side. Giants, Seahawks. I'll take the Seahawks.
I think this is no question.
Yeah,
okay.
We're definitely rolling there.
And this one might be a split a little bit. Cowboys, Steelers. I'm taking the Cowboys.
Steelers.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I want to put the pressure on Mike. I didn't want.
Yeah, pressure's on me, but you know, I've got to do it. I've got to go with Dallas here, man.
Oh, no.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Oh, by the way, Devontae Adams not expected to play week 5 because of the request of the trade, so they're officially ruling him out.
There you go. So definitely Denver was the right move there anyway.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, if it comes down to this game, well, no.
Saints
if you've hit every bet and you get to that Sunday night game, Bob, you may cash out.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
Saints, Chiefs. Saints, Chiefs.
I mean,
Chiefs.
give me the Chiefs
At home.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs.
All right,
we just need them to win straight up. Let's do it.
So here's what we got. I got to see where we're at here. Plus 144. Let me find plus 129.092 on Caesars. Probably got a boost on DraftKings. Yeah. Bet 105. That's a new one. Okay, so here's what we got. Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, Baltimore, Houston, Jacksonville, New England, Washington, Denver, San Francisco, Green Bay, Seattle, Dallas, Kansas City, and $1 will win you over $1,000. That's the $1 to $1,000 parlay, man. That's
nice.
I mean, not bad. All kinds of comments here. Fields has a field day against Dallas. Mm-hmm. And listen to this. No, sir, give them Browns. No, Eric, come on.
Why would you take the Browns versus the Commanders at home? And the Commanders have been, like I said again, they're terrible on defense. But offensively, they've been one of the best offensive teams in football, statistically speaking.
Rumor has it my Titans could trade Rudolph back to Pittsburgh with Hopkins for Wilson. Amari Cooper to KC. Again, just rumors.
I don't mind the KC rumors. There's also been a rumor floating around that Devontae Adams actually is between the Chiefs and the Jets right now. It's the two teams that he wants to go to. He goes to the Chiefs. Chiefs go to another Super Bowl. No question.
I mean, yeah. How do you do that if you're the Raiders? A division rival, you're just going to give them a third Super Bowl? It's tough. I don't know that I could do that. I mean, I get you got to get rid of him. You got to get something for him. But again, if you're going to have options. I mean, there's no way in hell I'm trading Devontae Adams to a division rival in the Kansas City Chiefs and gifting them a third straight Super Bowl. I mean, we've never even seen that happen.
I mean, but you trade him to the Jets, you're still going to have a problem because you link him back up with Aaron.
True.
Yeah.
And then Garrett Wilson becomes the number 2 receiver.
True, but you don't have to see him twice a year at least.
You don't, but you're never winning the Super Bowl.
Let's not forget this. Carr and Rodgers are his 2 former quarterbacks. So I wouldn't say that the Saints are net on. I mean, they could be in the conversation.
I don't know.
They don't have the cap to pay him.
I don't think so. No, I don't think New Orleans is in.
They don't have the cap to pay him. Only reason the Jets can do it is because they can restructure some contracts. They have a little bit of cap to play with. KC never pays players that aren't stars. They never pay them that much money. They're usually gadget players that get paid gadget player money, or their franchise tag. That's pretty much how it works at KC. So
what about this rumor? Tyreek Hill back to the Chiefs.
It's not happening.
Okay.
They'd have to move, excuse my language, hell and earth for that to happen, considering what the Dolphins would want to give up. Everybody knows Tyreek wants to retire after getting another ring possibly, but it's just not happening. Tyreek would have to expire his deal and then go back to the Chiefs.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Saints could get rid of Olave.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, no kidding. I like that kid. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I was New Orleans.
No, I wouldn't. No way.
No point in doing that, man. I mean, Olave, I know he's not on Devontae Adams level or nothing. I mean, he's still young, and you can't give up on him yet.
First and third, and then 2 outs, and guess who's up at the plate for KC?
Bobby Witt.
That's right, and he's 1 for 1. He's driven in the only run for KC.
He's 1 for 1. He's 1 for 3.
According to this, 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Excuse me.
Okay.
I apologize.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got their only RBI here, so
there you go. All right, who is Lauren Foley? Waddle or Flowers, or should I pick someone up?
Pick somebody up if you can. If you really want to play Zay Flowers. It's just Zay's not getting any love right now.
No, he's not.
Baltimore's the run game is what's going on.
Right. Tristan wants to know what your best defense is, Jabari.
As of right now, per the matchup, I'd have to go with the Steelers. Okay. Dak's just going to turn that ball over. If you really want it, and if they're available on the waiver wire, Seahawks.
Okay. He picked up Broncos.
Defense. Or, you could do Broncos or Patriots if they're available.
And then PhD says Vikings.
Yeah, but they're not going to be on the waiver wire. They're already 4-0. They're not going to be there. There's no way they're still on your waiver wire.
You got a good pick there.
Yeah, probably not. I don't mind Denver either, actually, with the matchup that they have. No doubt about it. Looks like Bobby Witt reached on an infield single. So Kansas City takes a 2-1 lead. My God, they did it. They got 2 runs finally in a game.
Yep.
Look out.
He beat it out at first. It was a ground ball up the middle that the second baseman had to go behind second to field. No way he could get a force out. Had to try to throw out Witt at first, and the kid beat it out. I mean, geez.
He's a heck of a ball player.
Yes, he is. All right. Any suggestions for a wide receiver to pick up, Jabari?
It really just gonna depend on who's on the waiver wire. I mean, If you can get Alan Lazard, great. Don't take any of the Bears receivers. If you could get that Azozias guy from the Bengals, I'd take him. He's touchdown threat. Don't take any wide receivers from the Patriots. None of them from the Dolphins.
What about Rashid Shaheed for New Orleans?
Yeah.
If he's out there.
Yeah, he'll just have to wait until Monday night. You can get Rashid if you really want to. DK's probably not on the waiver wire. If you can find a Jaden Reed Packers, get him against the Rams. Rams just really suck right now on defense. That's pretty much about it. Those are the ones I will look to see if you can find.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, other than that, there's not going to be a lot of guys that's available probably out there. Just depends on how big your league is and things like that.
Right. What about Shakir from Buffalo?
Khalil?
Yes.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be on the waiver wire, but even if he is,
of course, he's questionable, but
that's fair. Khalil is
I'd pick him up if you're
pick. Yeah, if he's able.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Early Sunday game. Who's playing that early Sunday game?
Oh, the Jets, Minnesota.
Yeah, that could be very interesting.
That the Vikings might actually lose that game considering the jet lag, but we'll see.
Yeah, agree 100%. By the way, that play by Michael Massey kept the Royals from being down in this game. Big. And they got some guys who can play. That's all I can tell you. They got some people that can play on that team. They can play defense and they can run and they can throw. All right, let's go. We're gonna head out. Jabari, who you got? Mets or Brewers?
Mets.
Who you got? Padres or Braves?
Braves.
I'm with you on all of them, man. Wow, this is great that we agree like this.
You said that 2 weeks ago.
I know.
And I kept telling you.
It's either great minds think alike, or maybe we should be doubling down on these plays. What do you think?
Yeah, they're all plus odds. Every team you just named odds. And if you were on Detroit, Kansas City, yeah, underdog city right now.
Hey, Jabari, let's play a Mets Padres money line parlay. All right.
You said Mets Padres or Braves?
No, Mets Padres.
I thought you were on the Braves.
Oh no, I'm not on the. I'm on the Padres.
I said Braves.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. Freed's on the mound.
Oh, I know they got Freed. Isn't it Max Fried? Isn't it?
Freed, fried, whatever you want to call it.
Fried.
It ain't chicken.